Liverpool face Manchester United in the English Premier League on Monday. Munster head coach Anthony Foley dies in a Paris hotel. Peter Sagan beats Mark Cavendish to retain the World Road Cycling title. And Andy Murray beats Roberto Bautista Agut to win his 6th title of the year at the Shanghai Masters. Good morning and welcome to Sportuccino. It's been a massive weekend of sport. You've just seen this morning's headlines. What do you think about everything that's happened this weekend? We'll be dissecting it all, digesting it, because we digest sports with breakfast every single weekday morning on Facebook Live, facebook.com/Sportuccino. Thank you so much for joining today's show. Before we really digest into everything that's happened, let me tell you that today's show is brought to you by Barclays Eagle Labs. Barclays Eagle Labs provide co-working spaces and private offices for businesses to create, innovate, and to grow. That's what we all want to do. And Barclays Eagle Labs can help you and your business to do that. To find out more about them, you can go to their website, labs.uk.barclays. They're also on social media. That's at Eagle_Labs. They are today's sponsors, Barclays Eagle Labs. If you would like to sponsor our show, it's really easy. Just drop us an email, sportsdesk@sportuccino.com. That's sportsdesk@sportuccino.com. Thanks so much to them for joining today's show. Now, tonight, it's the big one. It's the big match. It is Liverpool versus Manchester United. Is it the biggest match in football, in Premier League, in the world? What do you think? The two most successful clubs in English football going head to head at Anfield tonight. Let's get your thoughts on that on the comments page on Facebook, on the hashtag Sportuccino on Twitter. And that is today's poll on our Twitter page at Sportuccino. Let's take a look at it. Today's poll is: what will be the result between at LFC Liverpool and at Man United, Manchester United obviously, in the Premier League tonight? Do you think it will be a Liverpool win? Do you think it will be a Manchester United win? Or do you think it will be a draw? Let me know what you think. That is, what will be the result between Liverpool and Man United in the Premier League tonight? We'll be talking a little bit more about that in just a moment, but let's have a look at Friday's poll. In fact, it's not yesterday. We've enjoyed the weekend. We've enjoyed the weekend of sport. Let's look at Friday's poll then. It was: will Antonio Conte of Chelsea be the next Premier League manager to be sacked? That was after two bookmakers stopped bets on Conte to be the next manager to be sacked because they thought, you know what Abramovich is like. Could Conte be the next one to go? They obviously won 3-0 against Leicester on Saturday. But even before that game, 86% of you thought Conte will stay. So that is the results of Friday's poll. Thank you so much if you entered. So it was a busy weekend of Premier League football. So let's take a look at Saturday's results. Well, on Saturday, Arsenal beat Swansea 3-2. Theo Walcott scoring twice and Mesut Ozil getting another on his birthday with a volley. But what do you think? Should Walcott have got a hat-trick? He had two chances right at the end, one which came agonisingly close as it hit the post and just went across the line. Should that have been a goal? Should he have put that away? Arsenal winning 3-2 on Bob Bradley's first game in charge of Swansea. Great win for Bournemouth, 6-1 against Hull. Of course, it was the first game for Mike Phelan since he'd taken over as the full-time manager of Hull and then gets hammered 6-1. Is the honeymoon period over? Oh, we'll have to see about that, but a great win there for Bournemouth. Chelsea, I've already mentioned, 3-0 winners against Leicester City, the champions. It's the first time that the champions have lost 4 away matches in a row at the start of a season, defending a title since Blackburn. That's nearly 20 years ago. That is a long, long time. Also, Crystal Palace against West Ham, 1-0 to the Hammers away. Manchester City 1, Everton 1. You know, Manchester City now haven't won in 3 matches. They had that draw against Celtic in the Champions League. Then they lost to Spurs. Now they've drawn with Everton. Is it all going wrong for Pep Guardiola? Guardiola is defiant that he won't be changing his style. What do you think? Does he need to adapt to the English Premier League? Or is this just a little blip? Or is he facing very good teams? You know, Tottenham, they're right up there in the title race. Everton look pretty strong under Koeman. Celtic, was that a freak result? What are your thoughts on that? Stoke 2, Sunderland 0, and Spurs right up there, but they could only draw with West Brom, a 1-1 draw. Nasser Chadli scoring against his former club. What do you think of all of those results? Why don't you send us a message in the comments below on the Twitter page at Sportuccino. And of course, there were 2 matches on Sunday. Let's take a look at them. It was Middlesbrough 0, Watford 1. Holebas with the goal there. And Charlie Austin, he can't stop scoring right now. 2 goals against Burnley, 3-1 winners. That's great for me and my dream team and my fantasy team. I've got Charlie Austin. I've had a pretty poor couple of weeks, but it was great to see him score for me in that big win for Southampton, 3-1 to them. And then it's the big one tonight, Monday, the 17th of October, 2016, Liverpool versus Manchester United. Well, of course, it's a big week, 9 days for Manchester United, in fact. They face Liverpool, Fenerbahce, Chelsea, and then Manchester City. Will that force any particular moves for Mourinho as far as team selection? Will he play Wayne Rooney, or will he put out his strongest team today, then rest players, most likely for the Europa League against Fenerbahce? What do you think? We'd love to get your views on Sportuccino this morning. Manchester United have won the last 4 Premier League encounters against Liverpool. But of course, the last time these 2 sides met was in the UEFA Europa League last season, where Liverpool went through on aggregate. They won the first leg 2-0 at home at Anfield. Then it was a 1-1 draw away, but Liverpool going through on aggregate. Where's it going tonight? Are Liverpool going to be the winners? They've looked in great form this season. You know, their only defeat in the Premier League has been against Burnley. Manchester United still stuttering this season. Does Mourinho know his best team? He's now brought Rashford in. What do you think? I'd love to get your thoughts on all of that. Well, we're having a little chat here at Sportuccino about what we think would be the ultimate Liverpool-Manchester United team. If we were to take the best players of the current Liverpool squad and the best players of the current Manchester United squad, and I'll show you what I came up with for me. So, here it is. In goal, it's got to be David De Gea. Absolute must for me. There's no way that Mignolet or Karius could be in that team. In defence, right back, Valencia for me is a great player, but he's not a right back, so gone with Nathaniel Klein. Bailey's looked really good for Manchester United since he moved. And I've gone for Joel Matip because I think he's looked good for Liverpool. Some people say, should it be Chris Smalling? He was one of the best defenders last season. Have I got that wrong? What do you think? Left back, Liverpool fans would curse me if I went for Moreno. For me, I can't put Milner in this team at left back, even though he's done a good job for Liverpool as a makeshift left back, the midfielder. So I've gone for Luke Shaw there. Luke Shaw might not be fit tonight, of course. Midfield, you've got to go for the world's most expensive player, Paul Pogba. Starting to get a little bit used to the Premier League again. Not had the greatest of starts, but he's still an excellent player. Gone with Wijnaldum next to him. Might not be fit for today's match. Is that going to be a big loss for Liverpool? Let us know on the Facebook page. And then going forward, Coutinho. Really top Liverpool player. When he plays well, Liverpool often play well. Mane, what a signing he's been for Liverpool. The only time they lost, as I mentioned, was against Burnley. And guess what? That was the only game that Mane didn't play. And then for me, I've gone with Daniel Sturridge. That's a personal pick of mine. I think he's an ultra-talented player. We heard Greg Stobart on the show last week, who says he's so frustrated with Sturridge. He says it drives him a bit insane that he's almost that kid on the playground who doesn't make the pass when you want it. But I think he's a great player, and I've got him in the team because imagine Sturridge and Ibrahimovic. It could be like Sturridge and Luis Suarez. Ibrahimovic, one of the world's greatest players, a great striker. He's gone up front. Who am I missing? Do you think you should have Firmino in there? Do you think we should have Lallana or Henderson or Milner or Wayne Rooney? What do you think? Would love to get your thoughts. What is your strongest ultimate Liverpool versus Manchester United team? We'd love to get your thoughts on that on the Facebook page, on the Twitter page. Love to see all of that. Well, of course, as well as being on air every weekday morning from 8 a.m, we're also a podcast on iTunes. And one of the great ways of us boosting the exposure of the show is to get ratings and reviews on iTunes. Now, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, so that's why I've made you a cool video to show you exactly how you can do it. Well, that of course wasn't the promo for how to rate and review. That was actually information about how you can buy our mug on the merchandise page. Would love it if you would do that for us. Just a reminder, today's show is brought to you by Barclays Eagle Labs. They provide co-working spaces and private offices for businesses to create, innovate and to grow. If you'd like to know more about them, go to labs.uk.barclays. On social media, they're at Eagle_Labs. Thanks so much to them for supporting today's show. Now, a lot of you people saying, you know, Richard, it's not all about the Premier League. There are some fantastic clubs and leagues around Europe, around the world. So let's take a look at some of the results across Europe this weekend. So over in Spain, Barcelona 4-0 winners against Deportivo. Messi coming off the bench and quickly scoring in that game. 2 minutes after coming on the bench, he gets a goal. Atletico Madrid 7-1 winners against Granada. Carrasco getting a hat-trick there. While Real Madrid 6-1 winners against Gus Poyet. Real Betis. Great performance by them. So at the top of the Spanish La Liga now is Real and Atletico level on 18 points. Barcelona 2 points behind on 16 points. Over in Italy, Friday night's big game was between Napoli and Roma. 3-1 win to Roma, while Juventus faced Udinese, or Udinese even, on Saturday night. Udinese went 1-0 up, but Dybala scored twice. A fantastic free kick and a goal from the penalty spot. Juve now 5 points clear at the top of Serie A. Over in the Bundesliga, Bayern are still top. That's despite their 2-2 draw at Eintracht Frankfurt. And Cologne, surprisingly, are second in the table. 2-1 winners over Ingolstadt. And Dortmund, they're down in fourth right now after a 1-1 draw with Hertha Berlin. Well, the surprise package in France continues to be Mario Balotelli's Nice. They were 2-0 winners over Lyon, a big win for them. Paris Saint-Germain there in second. They had a 2-1 win against Nancy. Edison Cavani on the score sheet. What do you think about all of those fixtures, all of those results? We'll also be looking forward to the Champions League on Tuesday. Another big round of matches in the Champions League. Now, I know we were meant to show you a promo about how to rate and review our show. We've already shown you the merch, but why don't we take a moment and show you exactly how you can rate and review our show on iTunes.
Sportuccino.
Okay, every single weekday morning we like to review the latest trends in health and nutrition, be it tech, be it food, and we've done all kinds of things. They could be protein bars, they could be protein shakes, we've done apps. Today we are doing the Olly bars all-day breakfast. So I tried one of these the other day. I think it was like the chocolate peanut butter one. So they are gluten-free, additive-free, dairy-free. Are they taste-free? Let's find out. All right, here we go. I remember I couldn't open them either yesterday. So this is, oh, look at that, first time. So they're easy to open. All right, let's try this. I took too big a bite, I know. I'm sorry, people. What have we got in them? Gluten-free oats, fruit extract of apple, carob, grape, dates, raisin, peanut. So if you've got peanut allergy, well, you'd be dead if you ate this, but I mean, don't eat it if you've got a peanut allergy. Apricots, pumpkin seeds, cocoa butter, Brazil nuts, almonds, all kinds of nuts. Very, very fruity. It's quite sweet. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. It's vegan. It's a superfood energy bar. Packed with raw fruit, nuts, seeds. It's a breakfast snack, sports fuel. And yeah, they say stay fuller longer with Olly bars, whole meal, whole food, nutrition and energy. What do I think of them? I think if you didn't have cereal, if you didn't have time for breakfast on the go and you're pretty hungry, I'd give them a go, but it was £2.50. £2.50 is a lot of money. I don't think I paid £2.50 that. You can get a whole packet of cereal for about £2.50, £3. I think it's a lot of money for that. If I want a snack, I'd probably buy a protein shake, a protein bar in fact. Probably something like the Grenade Carb Killer, which we reviewed a couple of weeks ago. I think I'd get that. It's tasty enough. If you're vegan, I'd probably recommend it. If you're not vegan or you're not going gluten-free, not necessarily sure this is for you, you'd probably buy something for a little bit cheaper. Should I give it a rating out of 10? Yeah, why not? I would give it a 6 out of 10. So a reminder, that is the Olly bars all-day breakfast. Love natural energy. That is today's review. If you'd like me to try any other nutrition products, any health products, if you'd like us to review your product on Sportuccino, we are live every weekday morning. I would love to hear from you. Well, we've nearly wrapped up for today's show, but let's get another reminder of this morning's headlines.
Liverpool face Manchester United in the English Premier League on Monday. Munster head coach Anthony Foley dies in a Paris hotel. Peter Sagan beats Mark Cavendish to retain the World Road Cycling title. And Andy Murray beats Roberto Bautista Agut to win his 6th title of the year at the Shanghai Masters.
So Andy Murray winning it again in Shanghai. I think I heard a stat this morning from my producer James. I think he said it's 23 sets Murray's won in a row now. His 6th title of the year. He's closing down on Novak Djokovic's world #1 spot. What do you think? Do you think he can catch up with Djokovic? We've got the ATP World Tour Finals coming up soon in London. Could he win that? It's certainly been a great year for Murray. It's been a great year for Djokovic, although it started great. It's not been as great as it started for Djokovic. But is it going to be just about those two players in the future? Has Federer passed it? I'm not sure we agree, but Stephen Grant certainly thinks that Nadal's career, that he won't win any more Grand Slams. What do you think of all of that? Where is the world of tennis turning? Do we have any great star players coming through? What do you think? Would love to get your thoughts on the Twitter page at Sportuccino and also in the Facebook comments below. All right, tomorrow we will be reviewing the Liverpool versus Manchester United match with Jamie McLaughlin from the Copite View. Really looking forward to getting his thoughts. If you've got any thoughts about Liverpool versus Manchester United, send us a comment on the Facebook page. Send us a comment on the Sportuccino Twitter page. Other guests this week, we're going to be talking to Mark Rasdale. We've got Johnny Gould talking all things sport and football. And on Friday, we'll be predicting the football matches with AccuScore. Learn more about their data and technology on Friday. But that's all coming up this week. Hope you've enjoyed today's show, and I will see you tomorrow morning from 8 o'clock.